Hey everyone! Today, we're taking a deep dive into the carnivore diet, and more importantly, tackling some of the biggest criticisms head-on. You've heard them. It's nutrient deficient. It causes heart disease. There's no long-term science. But are these claims really backed by the facts? Let's find out. First up, nutrient concerns. Critics often argue that a strict carnivore diet lacks vitamin C, fiber, and essential antioxidants. But here's the truth. Vitamin C? Yes, plant-based diets provide a lot of vitamin C, but when you're on a carnivore diet, without high blood sugar or glucose levels, your need for vitamin C drops dramatically. A 2000 research study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that vitamin C and glucose compete for absorption using the same transport pathways. On a low-carb or no-carb, there is much less glucose to inhibit vitamin C uptake, so you need much less vitamin C. And certain meats, especially organ meats like liver, do contain small but sufficient amounts. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this in the future. How about fiber? Fiber is not essential. Research published in World Journal of Gastroenterology in 2012 showed that eliminating fiber can improve constipation in many people. In fact, carnivore dieters often report better digestion without fiber. What about plant-based antioxidants? While plants have antioxidants, meat contains powerful antioxidants too, like taurine, carnosine, and glutathione, which are far more bioavailable as compared to their plant-based counterparts. Now on to the second big claim. Eating lots of red meat will clog your arteries. Here's where it gets interesting. Most studies linking red meat to heart disease fail to separate processed junk meats from pure, unprocessed meat. A meta-analysis of randomized controlled studies published in 2021 in Advances in Nutrition found no significant association between unprocessed red meat consumption and heart disease. In carnivore diets, you're cutting out sugar, refined grains, and seed oils, the real drivers of metabolic disease. Plus, many people on carnivore diets show improvements in important markers: lower triglycerides, higher HDL, the so-called good cholesterol, and reduced markers of inflammation like C-reactive protein, or CRP. In short, context matters. Eating fast food bacon cheeseburgers with a carb-rich bun and fries smothered in sugary ketchup is not the same as eating grass-fed ribeye and wild-caught salmon. Last but not least, there's no long-term data on the carnivore diet, so it must be dangerous. It's true, we don't have 30-year randomized controlled trials yet, but here's what we do have. A 2021 study published in Current Developments in Nutrition surveyed over 2,000 long-term carnivore dieters. Results? The majority reported improved health outcomes, better body weight, metabolic health, mental health, and GI symptoms. Here's some historical context. Traditional societies like the Inuit, Maasai, and Mongolian nomads lived for generations on animal-based diets with low rates of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. What's the emerging science? Recent studies are now actively following low-carb and zero-carb groups long-term, like VertaHealth studies on reversing type 2 diabetes with low-carb eating. Bottom line, the carnivore diet challenges a lot of outdated ideas about nutrition. Is it for everyone? No. Your optimal diet is one that best suits your individual needs and goals. Should it be studied more? Absolutely. But the old criticisms about nutrients, heart health, and lack of science are quickly being dismantled by real-world data and emerging research. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed deep dives. Until next time, stay curious and stay healthy.